for aha Egan and SMTVGH, message or like, comment, subscribe, turning on notification so that anytime video of this nature you upload, or something can be. For junior doctors, I'm here a doctor for a school. By say medical school, I'm here 6 years. Yes, sir. I'm here 6 years, no, you know, no more by year 2 years. I hear housemanship. Until me housemanship, new year, as some by junior doctors. And Kofua may use it by 8 years. Edical school and I practice here. I'm at some way Juma. A year 10th October. Next week, yeah. Mama ya to say Babeko strike. Junior doctors are going on strike. Now we for I don't know strike. Simple need it here. And he say abain edu omuka. Omu salaries. Abain into omu. Omoye juma months over months. Penny kaprempo abain na farm omu. Na omu say dear omu ntimi biom. Ade a obe sorry now the come eko juma mu eko treating Crawford there. Ya affect your more mental health. And the pass on best sorry akwa juma mu aba. Na abain so nti omu ka de enye ombeti nefi omu kobium from 10th October. Na for who junior doctors omu nabes among ye medical personnel ufa all hospitals across realize say junior doctors no they form a very very big part of ye hospital structure. And it's a Sancrofo lay down mu tools say omunye jumano bioma any edi asem ke sie beba. Yes, asem ke sie pa na edi beba. Na asem no edi ba nso no the unfortunate thing is say per yen hospital structure no and I say per the health structure no say doctors a doctor for ni ho a she ni ho a almost obia betimi aye because the power to prescribe e wo mun sem and to go hospital doctor ni ho a ebia nurse a wo ho no onim ne ye wo ba won prescribe droma and no one will be able to attend to you. And that is the danger in which we are finding ourselves. But the most important question is say, John Mahama, what about Bemu 10 months ni? Sika no spend this sky yeshi. Unye project bianso. And this sky wo ho wo de there untu ankrofo ka. Sika no wo de there. Akufado 8 years. Obi anti say doctor bi ana say a junior doctor say obi di omuka on person omuko strike. 8 years of Akufado, nothing of the sort. And you ban say na John Mahama unko on buy say there obi asori omuko strike last time teu Tertiary Educational Workers Union. Almost strike sir. Some months ago na your nurses. And this kind of the then scam at the force scam witness can soon come the then mu di to den. Investment ben amu scan here mu ntu ankrofo mu yejuma. Eti mu nkwa mu betia. Eti mu tu amu hu wi a eno ano no. Civil servants no de omu kono am koda. Obi to me yejuma. Several months. Na won chanuka. Endra and our nurses. Echo ye demonstration ewa Accra. Omu de kan ye baku bi wo Tamale e na mba ye baku nso wo Accra. Omukoti no musi mu niska enti se next year. Ti go for my ejuma 10 months a omu nti omuka. Afi a doctor fo nso no mu niska. Na enne ye kwa na mami kasa nkra ni say. Enne me hu NDC communicator bi video. See a friend na malleable or something like that. Me post video ama mahwe. O ka che nurses for ni say omuka omano tu me na esan say omu nyina no omu ye MPP for. That is the most ridiculous statement I've heard from anybody so far about all these things going on. But you see, it also serves our nurses right. Junior doctors no there, mostly in who during the campaign time, but nurses allow themselves to be used by politicians too much in this country. Every election year, you will see these nurses in uniform, and as student nurses soon follow suit. And they will be saying all manner of things because politicians use them and dump them after the election. That is why you are the ones who cause this thing. You are the ones who allow politicians to use and dump you. How often do you see a doctor, medical doctor, and I say a pharmacist, come out during election time? But nurses and mostly nurses and teachers, you like doing this thing to yourselves. You don't respect your profession, so politicians will not respect that profession and pay you your salary. They say they are free nurses, no so. I call doctors, no so. From doctors to tell. Our mind with the yanyamanie. Ya talk about boni and kasa. Oh, the way na kufa do ni baumia. Say na multi govern on mind with power. Unti strike biasem, unti demonstration biasem. Say obi yantua obi ska, yantua obi ni salary. And then almost all sectors said the obika. Contractors no so omunya juma amuchi omuka. And the 10 billion amu use here from January ebe say no. Mudi yeden. Taxes muji COVID levy still. Muji NHIL. Tourism levy. Mudi yeden. Oh, kwen abai. Because the video is happiness. I'm sure why. And this communicator no see. Nurses no. Omuye MPP for it. Omu come on it too.
So the MPP is not fit to lead Ghana as a political party. It is not fit to even contest national elections going forward. In Kebeya, Parliament in Yamra, Yambani MPP, no Sankote party for because one media kunya, Omutu Kwame Nkrumah Banguye, they banned the CPP. History must repeat itself, and that's so beautifully. Andra, you know, rent and Mabawa echo demonstration. Now, how you say, Minister of Health, Eduomoka, about is it 3,500 or so? Eduomoka for is it a period of 10 months in July? Inti, Omutisi abonting so yechre. For me, no kwanswa. And we, as an NDC and government and a political party, we believe in demonstrations. And we believe in that unfettered right. Se oye Ghana ni na bibi how. Na okasa buobi ewo yemu a. Wo ho kwan se obeye kwan obefa so bia mrama ho kwan. Na wo de yi sasem na pie fi mu. So obefra press conference, obetena radio so, obetena TV station, and now so betiesi bonten so I hold the placard. Then ko giant bo kom aye demonstration. E dey actually say nyoma bi caution when nye ho e was sitting. Nothing stops any Ghanaian to do that. And NDC, so long as we are in power, we will never interfere in any Ghanaian who have the genuine issue to express, and doing so through any legally allowed means. We are not going to stop that. When we PM Minister of Finance, and he can say, Honorable Ampem, Ebeshia Omo, na oje Omo petition no chilo mo say, issue Omo dia ba na legacy issue. Ye betu e. Mpeninsi ye di jawa ni di asoaw. Ni senti ye mekasi ye betu ye nti musika ni ntua. Ye betua mamo. Na mom de yesre ne say munya abotoye mo na adwobro. Na mo ne aban nyina nkoso a ento ye anobaba ye. Ni adwene nko benkru mu na musika de ye de be mamo. Ebion omo kopie Ministry of Health. Honorable Minta Kano ekasa no. You see, these are some of the mess the MPP left in the system. Now, AYɛka, because of their arrogance, they will not even have the modicum of respect to admit, say, Ampa, these are the problems we created and left. How can you, in election year, engage over 3,500 nurses? Most of them, party without a financial clearance, without any financial provision. In fact, the ministry even got to know it after we took over, before these issues came to the fore. How could you do that? How could you do that? Because the government ever for workers, public sector workers it goes to the public sector payroll. Now, payroll it inflates government budget. And so, inflated government budget to provisions must be made ahead of time to cater for additional workforce now. Abaya engaging. You can't just engage the people without making financial provisions for their payment or for their conditions of service and emolument. But these are the problems they created in the system. So if we are solving their problems, the least we expect from them is to keep quiet. However, and or there's a press conference about oral. They don't know what they are talking about. Papa J, the oral is on course. We will deal with the issues and we will deal with it expeditiously to end the results. Okay. Because yen phobia omo nam chen ni de da omo ye. Ghana for na to aba ma yen. Na mo to aba ma yen fa mra ne tumi, yen fa tumi, en fa mra so enye dwuma. And that is exactly what we are going to do. We will not harass any Ghanaian and we will not act outside the conflict.
We will pay it. Even though during the Ministry of Health tour to some facilities in Ghana, he made mention that about 13,000 nurses were recruited, and they are able to pay or to put on board only 7,000 plus nurses. So the rest are not being paid, and that they are making provisions for that. Okay. So we waited. That was in July, August, thereabout. We waited for several months. We have made several engagements with them, and it doesn't yield any good results or positive results. So this resulted in for us to go onto the streets to demonstrate, for the public to know what we are going to do. Okay. Because we have families, Madam Patricia. We equally have parents who cater for us when we're going to the school. So it is now time for us to also at least do something or pay them back in a way or the other. You can't complete school, got postings or a job, and then be dependent on your parents again. Okay. Some of us have wives, others have children, husbands, and co. So we are responsible persons. And this money that we are demanding for, it's not that we are just demanding for them to give us any money, but what we have worked for. And the most painful part of it is, you see our colleagues in the same facility, they are receiving their salaries since April 2025. So you'll be there at the end of the month, they will receive their salaries, and then you will looking at them as if you are nobody, excuse my language, as if you are nobody in the health sector. You are doing the same work, you run the same errands, but when the month ends, they will receive their monies, and then you'll be there.
Baba Osman, take me through the process, because I mean, this is not the first time that I have heard nurses getting accumulated salaries, even teachers. What is the process? Is it the norm that nurses would work for a period of time and then they get accumulated salary? What is the normal practice that goes on when it comes to recruitment of nurses in our hospitals? What do you know?
Looking at the payment processes, I don't think there's even a norm. For those things. Okay. Because every public sector worker is who earn his salary through controller must be paid within the month or two after recruitment. Okay. Let's talk of the security aspect, for instance. If they recruit any security personnel, I don't think it will be up to 3 or even 2 months that he will get start receiving his salaries. Okay. But for nurses and midwives, they will tell us that the processes are somehow it takes long. So you have to wait for a month or 2, sometimes 3 months, 4 months. Others even wait for 4 or 5 months before they get paid. But they made it to be a culture that or midwife, the person must wait for at least 5, 6 months, 7 before the person. So that was why we did not even came out to demonstrate. Okay. Because looking at our seniors who they posted before us, some of them waited for 6 months, 7 months, others even wait for 8 months before they receive their salaries. But our own is getting out of hand. Because when it comes to that, when that happens, they will pay all of them in arrears. But here's the case that they pick some of us, and then start paying them, while the rest are still going around borrowing monies from friends, and then yesterday's demonstration, you heard a number of people complaining that their landlords have sacked them. People don't have a lot of fares to go to work and all stuff. You can't even call someone for money again. So this 7,000 or 6,000 plus number of nurses are suffering.
What did the minister tell you yesterday?
The minister, what he told us was that he appreciates what we are doing, that he appreciates our work. So we demanded a clear timeline that we'll get our salaries. And he never wanted to mention a clear timeline that they will get the salary, because he said that he will collaborate with the Minister of Finance so that they will look into the matter.
Did he never mention that it would be in the 2026 budget?
Well, he didn't mention.
Okay.
But I think that's where they are pushing this thing to. Because he said he will collaborate with the Minister of Finance so that they will put their head together and then see the way forward. So we thought he would have said that maybe by the end of this month, October, or maybe November, and then we'll receive our salaries. But he didn't mention that. So when we marched to the Minister of Finance, to same thing the Deputy Minister of Finance told us.
Okay.
That he can't give us a clear timeline, but they will look into the matter. And looking into the matter will be even next 5 months. So this thing is getting out of hand, and we plead with the government and then all the stakeholders involved in this matter to at least take an immediate look into it. Because
without
people are suffering.
Clear timelines, what do you think is going to happen, and what is the position of the coalition of unpaid nurses and midwives?
Okay, so for now, we are waiting by the close of the month.
Okay.
If we didn't hear anything, because nurses and midwives, it's not good. Let me put it that way, to go on strike, leaving patients in the ward and all that. So it's critical. We have no option than to at least lay down tools and then go to the ministry and be sleeping there to demand for what we are due. Because you can't be posted with your colleagues way back January, and then they'll be receiving salaries, and you'll be following them to work up and down. Also, what they are doing, we are also doing the same thing. They pay a lot of fare, you pay a lot of fare. They pay rent, you pay rent, but they have managed to do that, and you have nothing to do that. You'll be borrowing up and down. So our next this thing is we'll wait up to. If we didn't hear any positive feedback from the ministry, we are going to lay down tools and then go to the ministry and sleep there until what we are due is being paid.
So for now, no more picketing until this month ends, right? October.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Leadership decide that for the respect of the minister and then the government in general, that we should at least wait and then see by the close of this month. If you didn't hear anything, then we'll have to take another action again.
So, Majesty, let's go.
Thank you very much. In Nkrumah time, they face the issue of unemployment, and then incentivizing the nursing system came as a result of that time. No, not only here more nurses in the country, and people were not as willing as today to be a part of the nursing institution. So it was incentivized, as in people were given allowances to go to the nursing training institutions. Now, fast forward, and they are being nurses every year. Nurses now broswa maybe creative. As a country, say they are gonna pay again, and the solution to this, say we will rather incentivize another system. Say system bay and our sector bay need here more workers. But amount for any commercial room, that is agriculture. Let's incentivize the agricultural sector. Now amount for any day in real more. say obi koya agriculture months be ayen ka say be more allowance yenhwe the number of youth a be kwa program so be government say your works and housing yen incentivize works and housing system na yen see more government buildings na yenya more affordable housing systems and let's look at the number of youth because we have a hard-working youth. But unfortunately, this is not the case. We are using a national problem as a way of targeting each other and then assaulting or service insulting each other. And yafe say unim me MPP ni pure, but the third parties now the third parties when we are talking, when we come on TikTok now and we are talking, unfortunately we use the same strategy that we used to win back in the day, which is a bit of misinformation and confusion. Says here youth are banning amount for buy. It's very easy for them to go online and then find the truth. Now, what is the truth? Appear to ekasa bebre. Me MPP ni ye nyina ne wo man mu. We saw what happened during Mahama's first term. Me pa show me bow. It's not an argument. That's what I keep saying. It's not an argument.
No, it's an argument. Also, say your work no. Open such as appear to was misinforming because you made a statement, a very emphatic statement. Say appear to and then no argument and as he discuss and your man that there be a they bar and one yes I am misinforming and lies in this animal. So that means appear to say something who is say a misinformation. So what is that?
Where he was misinforming. Now, so what if you make a statement, say during MPP's 8-year rule, we didn't have the same problem where nurses are being unemployed. Nurses are not being paid. We were here when nurses were demonstrating under the MPP government.
Can you give me the year?
The year na nurse for a year over a year and into your can you
give me the year?
Now what are you saying?
Majesty, can you give me the year, please? I want to check.
What you are here confusing with not being paid, and this one is these were 6,500 nurses who were employed at the latter stage of NPP's government.
Majesty, please don't do away with that.
There was no budget for them. You can't employ 6,500 people at the latter stage of your governance and expect that change now will make
Majesty, what I would do is say, may you we are very stupid guys to come on and do that stupid thing. Don't worry, Facha me. Yem fanchano so why? I am fanchano. But I didn't go for. Okay. You are alleged say NPP time. Yeah, this Nyoma will be. Chemi across so to papa so. What is wrong with this NDC? Now, what about NDC? At the end of the house, at the end of money, you say, I mean, why are you hiding?
Papa Rich.
Felix.
Papa Rich. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Say, na say, oh, yeah, educative program, say, well, now, oh, honorable, say, yeah. Yeah, ma, enjoying bit to say, MJ, Mumbe, Jimmy. Uti, because on no, you know, not Jenia, a chilly 3 man say, everything is politics in Ghana. Sana na Jenia, yeno. Nyanse biye nim. Ube jina afedia, edea, we need chance, the afedia, edea, baby, edu no.